Hey guys, it's Deanna. Today I wanted to share with you some of my best study tips for anatomy and physiology. So let's get started. So, in a lot of anatomy and physiology courses, you'll be given a textbook, and that textbook will have all of the diagrams that you'll need to memorize. At least that's the case for my course. And I find that it's kind of helpful, but it's kind of difficult because then you have to, all the diagrams are labeled, so you have to make an effort to cover everything up, so it gets a little frustrating. So luckily my textbook has all their pictures are also online, and I'm sure a lot of textbooks have this. So what I did last semester and what I'm going to continue to do this semester, because it really helped, is I would go online and look for the pictures that were in the textbook that I needed to know. So for example, like this picture of the eye, I needed to know. And what I would do is, so the textbook online gives you the version that's labeled, right? So that obviously doesn't help me much. So what I would do is I would copy and paste the diagram into a Word document and then place a white text box over all the answers, and then print this page out double-sided. On the other side of the paper would be the diagram that's labeled with the correct answers. I know this sounds like it could be like really tedious, and it kind of is, but this is like the best way that I found that helps me to study, because then I have a blank diagram. I don't have to worry about, oh, I accidentally saw this answer. Did I actually know it? Or did I just see the answer and not know it? So then I would go through and number which ones I needed to know. And then I made packets for each chapter. So this was like the eye. So my next diagram was this diagram. And then on the back, I had the labeled version. So then I would go through each one and list out. This is intense. But I cram them all into one piece of paper so that I don't run out of room. So I'll go through and say like number 1, 2, however many things that I need to know for that diagram. I would guess what I think they are or whatever, and then I would go through and check. So this is a picture of rods and cones. Number 1 is rods and number 2 is cones. So I'd go through and I would be like, number 1, rods, number 2, cones. And then I would go and check myself. So I would go on the next page and say, number 1 is rods, number 2 is cones. Oh, I got it right. And that for me was like the best way to learn all the anatomy, like the structures. It really, really helped me a lot. I ended up with an A in the first half of the class. The second half just started, so I'm taking it this semester. And then for the physiology part, which is like the more lecture-based stuff that you learn about, what I like to do is I actually record my professor's lectures, and that really helped me because then I would go back after the lecture and listen to it and then fill in any notes that I missed, and then essentially you're learning the material twice. This can be a little time consuming, but it's definitely worth it in the long run because it helps me learn everything. And then I would just take the material from my notes and put them into index cards on Quizlet. And that's how I would study for the physiology part of the class. Yeah, so I hope today's video helped you guys out. Let me know if you use any of these tips and find them helpful. Also, share your study tips below in the comments. Help other people out and maybe help me out. Thank you.